Hi everybody! Hey there, it's Coach Debbie and
Coach Emily. Hello.
we're gonna grill her all about things that are related to fitness and food. I'm really excited.
Oh,
Are you ready?
let's do this.
Did you study up?
I did. I'm like, what do you actually?
Okay, so tell me about your workout structure for each week. What does it
Okay,
look like?
so generally, I used to. Well, those of you that know me well or have read about my story, which is not like a huge story, but like many women during my younger years, I really like overdid it. As in, like I would sometimes exercise like 2.5 hours a day, and I love exercise, like the endorphins, like that whole addictive thing. Yes, absolutely, I believe in that because I have been there, and it's still like even when I feel super tired, like it helps me to move on. So generally, I don't so much plan workouts like I used to. Like, okay, I used to have a book, like I'm going to go to the gym and this is my workouts for the week, and I don't have time for that anymore. So it's a lot of quick and efficient workouts. I do love running, which I know is not, from a physique standpoint, it's not the best thing for physique for most women. And for many years, I was like, you cannot do that. That is bad for you. And I really missed it. And so over the past couple of years, I've incorporated a little bit more just leisure running. And I'm not talking like baby jogging, but running just back into my routine. And so generally, I'm lifting weights 3 to 4 times a week. And then I incorporate sprints into that. I'm really bad about getting bored, and so I'm like, okay, I don't want to do push-ups anymore, I'm going to go sprint. So it's really hard to put all that together, but I would say it's 4 days a week of that, and then oftentimes I will incorporate a run sometime on the weekend if I get a chance.
You're amazing. You're like a machine.
I'm not a machine, and that is becoming more and more evident as the years pile up.
Well, so you like sprinting, you like running. What do you not like? What is the one exercise you're like, I don't want to do this?
Okay, so things hurt me now, and that's what I think is what I don't like. And so I really I love big lifts, like powerlifting exercises. I love to watch people do them, but when I try to do power cleans and that kind of thing, they don't look like they look on Instagram. And I end up hurting myself. And deadlifting, like anything that's really heavy lower back, ends up hurting me. It's so good for you if you do it well and right. I know, keeping your low back strong, but that's rough for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the thing I don't like the most.
What do you like doing? If you had to pick just one
I
thing.
really like everything. I love a good lower body workout, like heavy weights. Like there's just those extra endorphins that come from that, and I feel like if I do enough of the right things, that maybe someday I'll stop growing hamstrings and I'll start growing glutes, but it hasn't happened yet.
That's so cute.
But a lot of that's in how my legs are shaped. But anyway, I really like heavy squats and lunges and step ups and all that kind of thing.
She's definitely the
It's my
lunge
favorite.
queen.
I do like lunges. I like lunges, squats.
So what's your favorite body part? I'm guessing it's not your booty, based on what you just
My
said.
favorite, oh gosh, my favorite body part, like that I like the most on myself.
Yes.
I like my shoulders.
I do too.
I do.
Fabulous.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, truthfully, I don't work them that hard. It's just, I feel like, that's weird. Like, I should like something that I work harder on. But
Right. No,
I think just
get
lifting
it.
children is most of what I exercise is. And I do notice that as, my older son got older and I stopped carrying him as much, and now that my younger son's getting older, they're not quite as defined as they used to be. That's fine, it's all...
That's
It's
interesting.
a cycle. So I'm not having more babies anytime soon, so I guess my shoulders will suffer.
You'll still look good. Okay, so tell us, what is it like behind the scenes to film a sisterhood workout?
Oh my gosh, Coach Debbie, and what it's like is, oh my gosh, I did it again without the microphone on. Or, can you please tell me how you set up your camera, because I'm cutting off my head every time. And I think Coach Debbie has really good filming skills, and I feel like when my workouts are like every time like I did it again, I'm stepping above my. I tested this and it worked, but now it doesn't. But I just think the filming piece, like doing the workout, and I love talking during workouts. I love coaching our women on the other side that are watching, and even when my kids are crazy, I just let them do it. It's fine because it's real life, and as embarrassing as they can be, I know that I'm not the only one that has kids at home that misbehave during workouts. So, but the technology piece and then what comes after the filming is over, it's not even the technology itself. It's just the setup, I think, is so much more involved than I even ever planned for. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is supposed to be 20 minutes and here we are at 45 and now I got something else to do. Now I don't have time to take a shower. So it's so fun. I love filming workouts, but that, like, if I had a major like camera that's all it did and it was mounted on the wall, that would be lovely.
Yes, I have thought about that. So how long does it take you to write up like a sisterhood workout routine? Is that something that takes you like 20 minutes, 20 seconds?
So this is probably not good to confess, but I am more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. It's like, what do I feel like doing right now? I mean, within reason of what we've planned to do and so forth. And so I generally think about it just right before, and then sometimes I will even change it in the middle what I'm planning to do. I'll be like, oh, never mind. I don't like the way that works with this, so we're going to do this instead. So if you're ever doing one of my workouts and I'm like, oh, what comes next? Or I go out of order, we'll get it all in. Don't worry. It's just, so I used to write out everything that I did, that I was going to teach and everything. And I still do if it's a complicated thing, but generally I just do it. And then I write it down real fast so I don't forget to make sure that it gets made into a pretty PDF for you guys. So.
Your workouts are hard too.
Oh,
I mean, they're killers. I'm like, ready to get sore?
I don't know about that.
I'm just gonna like lick straight BCA powder.
I want to deliver. Like, I want,
You do.
It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be so, like, it shouldn't be so hard. But at the same time, it's like, if you're gonna commit 20 minutes to this workout, like, let's get it done.
For real. I like that. I like that. Okay, so let's kind of switch gears and talk about food.
Okay.
Are you a salty girl or a sweet girl?
I like both things. Like, I like salty and sweet. I have become a little bit of a food snob as I've grown. Like, and like fast food doesn't do it for me except for Sonic. What do you call them?
Milkshakes?
Not the milkshakes. The blasts. It's like a McFlurry, but it's the Sonic version, and they're so good. But like, if you take me someplace and they have like homemade onion rings or chips, like that kind of stuff, that's my go-to indulgence. And so I want ice cream after that, because once you start eating junk food, it's hard to stop.
That's true. Do you do a weekly cheat meal, or how does that?
I do. I mean, I'm relatively flexible in my nutrition, in that I feel like I've spent a lot of years getting to know my body and what works and what doesn't. And I feel like that's what most people skip on. They want you to write them the program, and this is what they do, and you don't eat that, but you do eat this. And I did that for a long time, and I think it's a great place to start, because obviously if you're really like, most women don't know how they feel. Like, you're like, oh, how do you feel? Oh, I feel fine. Well, do you really feel fine? Like, do you really feel fine, or do you think this is your state? So for me, I generally eat a cheat meal, and it is relatively contained every week. And then throughout the week, I might have like a few tortilla strips on a salad or something like that, that just is a little bit of a couple of bites, but it's not a full-on like indulgent day. And if I have a lot of those throughout the week, then sometimes I'll skip the cheat meal, just depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
I really just try to gauge how I feel, both in the moment, daily, and over time.
That's interesting that you were talking about like women don't know really how they feel. Like, there's a lot of like detective
Absolutely.
work where you're like, you could feel so much better.
Yeah.
But you don't know that you can feel better.
And
all you know is what you know.
You're right. And it changes over time too. Like, as our hormones change, as you know, Debbie was talking about you can't necessarily do what you used to do, but so like for me, I'm like, where is the edge? Like, how can I stand on the edge that I can enjoy food and I can go to events and I don't have to like always eat before I go or whatever? Like, where is that line where I can live a full life, but also, you know, eat the way that I know my body likes to eat the best? And that's always changing. It's always a challenge, but I think it is feasible and possible. Like, we don't have to feel deprived ever, I don't feel, as we train ourselves and we learn, okay, what is it that satisfies this ice cream craving for me? Or can I eat pork puppies on my salad instead of croutons? That's a big swap for me. But those kinds of things. And we learn and we're like, oh, this is actually delicious and I'm fine. I don't have cravings. So
that's amazing.
I mean, I'm not saying I never do, but we get in, like, where we don't have, it's like every day you're holding on by the skin of your teeth, like, can I make it? I don't think that we have to live that way if we put in the time and energy to figure it out. So
that's really good. I like that.
thank you.
You're awesome. Okay, so what's your favorite fruit and your favorite vegetable?
Oh gosh, I love all fruits and vegetables. It's so, there's really nothing that I don't adore, honestly. But I really like a good peach that's in season. That's one of my favorite fruits. And my vegetables are even harder. I'll just tell you the one I don't like. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I do not like steamed Brussels sprouts. I love them in a bunch of oil and fried and with bacon and all those things, but to just like steam them, especially when they're in full balls, that's not my favorite thing.
That's so funny.
Other than that, bring it on.
That's easy.
Yeah.
You're easy to please. So does your husband cook?
We were just talking about this a minute ago. My husband helps out a lot. I definitely want to give him that.
I like how
because
she says
he's
that.
wonderful and he does generally do most of the cleaning up. But because of his schedule and because of lots of other things, he does not cook very often. He does grill for us on Sundays most weeks, which is wonderful. And
That's
I
awesome.
really appreciate that because he'll grill a bunch of things and then we're all set for the week and it makes me really happy.
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
That's
it works.
helpful.
It works.
Okay, y'all, so I think that's it. You passed the test. You
I
did a
passed
good
the
job.
test. That's me. That's me. So thanks y'all for joining us.
Thank you so much.
If you have questions and you want us to get real into this, you just let us know. We'll do our best to answer them.
Yes. Have a great day, y'all.
Bye.